to understand the local context.
Okay. Yeah, but also, Eric, I think usually that narrative is a narrative that takes our attention away from actually the real work and the contribution of the PBOs. Because, someone would actually ask, the same government is funded by the same agencies that put resources in PBOs. Actually, by the same agencies, the same diplomatic missions, the same Western institutions. So I think the main focus of discussion should be, do the public or the community members benefit from this, from the services of PBOs? And of course, the answer is out there.
What's the answer?
The answer is yes. KHRC, for instance, just as an example, has gone to court, for instance, to petition government to compensate community members that have suffered human rights violations. As an example, we have several PBOs that have put in so much resources. We are talking about the World Visions. Look at an institution like IMLU, for instance, ensuring that victims of police brutality get justice. The biggest question is, do the members of the public receive benefits from the resources that come from the foreign agencies? And then secondly, we must also ask ourselves, why do we have to rely on local, on foreign donations? And the question, and the answer is in the PBO Act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the PBO Act then regulate how a funding comes into the country, or even is generated within country for PBOs, and how PBOs determine the utilization of the funds for the benefit of the public? When it's for the benefit of the public, the assumption here would be that the public is the one that is driving this conversation.
Yes.
Does the PBO Act regulate this?
So, number one, the PBO Act has quite a number of provisions that, number one, because this conversation begins, they say charity begins at home. And so this, the PBO Act comes with what is called self-regulation. So number one is that all PBOs will now be expected to self-regulate to ensure that they practice good governance, to ensure that the financial management is done properly, to ensure that accountability is one of those principles that they practice. There is usually an annual accounting to just ensure that the money you get is actually utilized to the purpose to which it was actually intended. Now, the PBO Act ensures that, of course, that the authority that will now come into place, the regulatory authority, together with the PBO Federation and the regional self-regulation institutions, are put in. Have put out checks and balances to just ensure that those institutions that do not align with the self-regulation requirements then are penalized. Yeah. So. That is one way of ensuring that the money that comes in, the funds that come in, are used in the intended way, professionally, using the basic international good governance and financial management standards. Yeah.
And Eric, if